What up, YouTube? It's your boy Sleep back with another video, and today we're reacting to the Michael Jackson movie situation is wild. Is it that bad? I seen it. It is not as bad as the critics were saying. I probably give it like a 9.5 out of 10. I'll give my reasons probably during the video. Yeah, it was a valid movie, you know what I'm saying? We go see it last night. It was dope. Before we get into that, go ahead and hit the subscription box below with the bell to the side for Notice Squad. We is almost at 1K, 80 away. Let's get there. Make sure y'all join the streams. I got the link in the bio. Follow me on Twitch. With that being said, let's see what the video hitting for. Let go.
Well, this new Michael Jackson biopic is clearly making waves, set to become the highest grossing.
Like what? 82 million to become the highest grossing opening for a biopic of all time. The King of Pop movie is making 85 mil to 105 mil this weekend domestically. That's in the United States. Now imagine when it goes global, gang. That's crazy. And this is just the first week. Mind you, it came out Thursday. That's wild. 3 or 4 days, right? That's crazy.
Opening for a biopic of all time.
This how much views it, my bad. This how much views it got within the first 24 hours, right? Around 70 to 80 mil. That's crazy.
Time gonna make the most money out of any musical biopic, I'm sure. However, it's being absolutely torn apart online. Critics are tearing this to shreds. People are saying this is one of the worst movies ever and pure Michael Jackson propaganda of the highest order, polishing a pretty image of MJ and completely ignoring all the dark stuff that came with his life. While fans are pushing back against critics, saying, you guys are the ones
Yeah, see, 200 million is OD. Like that's crazy. You think who you think is gonna have a bigger gross though? Michael or Spider-Man? Michael is Spider-Man though. That's a good one, ain't it? Cause sure we made it. I was about to say we might not get another Michael movie, but we are, cause it's probably gonna be another part to the cause the way the ending seems, it's like gonna be like sequel or something. Yeah, I'm like, I thought Spider-Man at first, cause the way it was going crazy with New Day or something like that, Brand New Day. But yo, once this trailer dropped, bro, it was over with.
Saying your negative propaganda about MJ, this man was an innocent hero, and you are tearing him down because you have an agenda. This is sparking a civil war online. Scary movies making fun of Michael Jackson and getting in on the action here. A lot of people.
Let's not do this, because Scary Movie already did make fun of Michael Jackson even when he was alive, didn't they? Or was it after 2009? I don't know, but I did remember that fight scene in the room. It was the white Michael, the red with the red button up. Yeah, I know y'all remember that.
A lot of different websites are crashing out over Michael Jackson. A lot of people are posting about his allegations, let's say, and it's causing a lot of backlash. Here's what we know about this film. Michael Jackson's estate has a heavy hand in producing it. Relatives of his, I think, are playing roles in this. There is a removal of controversy that happened behind the scenes. I think they cut out large portions.
That's a crazy pick, though. That's a pick I've never seen before. Where did we get these pictures from? That's crazy.
A removal of controversy that happened behind the scenes. I think they cut out large portions of the original story. Various things, including the various allegations against Michael Jackson, some personal issues he had, even outside of that, they're kind of pushed to the side. They're pushed to the side in exchange for a film that is a bit more, some could say clean, glossy, even romanticized. The relationship between Michael Jackson and Joe Jackson's heavily shown in this film.
So apparently we be doing spoilers, I guess. I mean, it's not like it's public, private information is public. I mean, if you haven't seen American Dream, then I don't know what you're doing. But yeah, I guess that's what he's doing. So spoiler alert.
He suffered at the hands of this man. Apparently, Rotten Tomatoes removed a bunch of reviews that people were saying that are fake and paid reviews to give a positive spin on Michael Jackson. And now the film, this is false, by the way. This film does not hold the first ever negative score. That's just trolling. It does hold the 34%. Clearly, critics don't like this film. Clearly. And I think the audience score will probably be very, very different. Let's go through what people are saying about the film. IGN, no matter where you come down on Michael Jackson as a person, this biopic is entirely the opposite of what he was, both as an iconic performer and a controversial tabloid figure. It's listless and inhumane, and can't help but suck the energy out of the room. A 3. Now, I don't...
What? No, I'm not... I can't even say that, though. Oh, you think so? I didn't know that. Cause like a lot of Rotten Tomato, they're like movie reviews and stuff like that be kind of like negative, dog. I can't personally name a Rotten Tomato review where it was positive. For real, for real. I don't really look at it, to be honest with you. But from the ones I've seen, it was kind of like rating movies harsh. But I don't listen to reviews. Like my little bro, anytime a video game will come out, dog, before he gets the game, he'll look at the reviews. And if people say it's bad, he's not gonna play it. I'll be like, you gonna get this game? I don't know. I looked at the reviews. People said it was trash. How would you know? You know what I'm saying? Just like this. The reviews were saying that it was bad and why it was bad. But yet the people who went to go see it was telling you, yo, this shit was fire. Like it was good. It's all good. Still good.
Trust IGN for shit. I'm gonna make a whole video discussing how trash IGN's reviews really are. Everything I hear about Michael Jackson.
Read it though. I didn't read it. No matter where you come down. Hold on. Why is this? All right. No matter where you come down on Michael Jackson as a person, this biopic is entirely the opposite of what he was, both as an iconic performer and controversial tabloid figure. What do you mean opposite of what it was though? Like, how you gonna tell people? Ain't his brother a director? How you gonna tell him that's not how Michael was? You know Michael? How you know how Michael was? You know Michael? You Michael's brother too? You part of the siblings and stuff like that we don't know about? You got a mole inside, like.
This whole thing about being inhumane and listless, this is not the things I'm getting from
two siblings had a
both
negative
negative
or
positive reactions. So I don't know what they're talking about here. They're saying this is entirely opposite of what he was. Okay, so what was he in your opinion?
Yeah.
This is what I don't understand.
What they trying to say, huh?
This biopic is entirely the opposite of what he was. I don't know what that even means. Is that in a good way or a bad way?
So in the movie they were showing how, spoiler alert, how he was like basically like kind-hearted, genuine, and always looking out for everybody else. Well, not looking out for everybody else in that way, but like kind of like he always thought of everybody else but himself. That whole settlement that he got for the Pepsi commercial, he was trying to donate that to the hospital that he was for the burn victims. $2 million, gang. He said, "No, I don't want the $2 million. Give that to the charity, the whole thing." Man, watch out, bro.
Probably in a bad way for you, IGN, but what does that mean? Do you want him to be portrayed as better or worse? Another spineless biopic. Michael hits every biopic cliche without ever digging deeper into the man or pulling back the curtain. Jackson's treated as a messiah, which makes for a pretty dull story. So they romanticized and glazed Jackson, I'm sure. No doubt the music is as stunning as ever, but the film doesn't live up to it. Michael is a shallow and incomplete fairy tale which transforms the king of pop into a Disney princess who just wants to get rid of the evil witch, her father, to live happily ever. Way too rushed. It at least entertains with excellent Jafar Jackson and Giuliano Valdi and the musical.
Bro, the movie was 2 hours long, gang. 2 hours and 30 minutes plus. How much you want? You want the whole 20 years? The whole first 20 years that you want? You want the whole first 20 years in that movie? Like I said, if you want like the whole depth of like the come up, go ahead and watch American Dream if that's the case. But this is about Michael though. Now I ain't gonna lie, I came in probably like 5-10 minutes late. But when I walked in, there was going on. Listen, but I didn't miss much. And hey, movies coming out soon. I could just watch it again. But I'm saying though, they just be nitpicking everything, every single thing. Watch, they be nitpicking. They're gonna do the same thing to Spider-Man when it comes out.
I've heard those two are great in the film. He plays MJ great. He plays Joe Jackson really well, even though he's a bit cartoonishly evil. Michael Jackson film is a whitewash and ghoulish, and this is why I had to make this video. Of course, people are bringing up the Epstein stuff. Now, what I mean by Epstein stuff is he was in a picture with Epstein that the DOJ released. It's kind of this little buffer. Distraction between our eyes and the real elites that are truly implicated with Epstein and are truly friends with Epstein. People are saying, why would anyone watch this movie and celebrate this movie that's there to glaze and be propaganda for a dude who was a friend of Epstein, who had allegations against him?
Why they coming for Michael though and not for everybody else that was with? Dude, they ain't saying nothing about Jay-Z. They done bought up all the tickets. You know what I'm saying? Chud, you see, that's that. What's that game, bro? What's that game, bro? Twitch streamer or something like that. Yeah, I never heard that word until this is not about to be that. All right. No, it's not Siege game. All right, you see? Airhead. Come on, game. Get with it.
Those things is true, verifiably.
We talk about the game.
The other one, there was a picture where he was meeting
with the Twitch streamer, bro.
Jeffrey Epstein, and a security guard confirmed it was for a real estate deal. We don't know if they were friends beyond that. We don't have verification of that, like we know and have verification of various other people being friends with him. But regardless,
don't worry, it's coming. And when it does, yeah, Twitch streamer simulator. See, this little, you know, we're on Twitch and YouTube, so I'll keep it PG, gang. You know what I'm saying? But he ain't no help.
I can understand people's worry about any kind of predator, whether you believe he is or not, being glazed by an industry like Hollywood. I can completely understand that. Now let's look at the more positive stuff, okay, about the film. Screen Rant. Michael is.
You know what's funny? We talk about the Twitch streamer simulator thing, the game, and that's literally what one of the characters said to old boy. He's like, "Bro, you literally have no viewers. Get your viewers up, gang." And look what happened at the end of that. So, hey, listen, we about to hit that 1K. I don't want to hear no switch up game. I'm going to remember this name. Word.
In a league of its own, all but resurrecting the legendary singer. 4.5 out of 5 stars. Michael is a masterful biopic that lives up to the King of Pop's legendary status. Okay. Do not pay attention to the negative Michael movie review bombs. We will have a full video breakdown. Okay, they're not even giving us a review. Why did my assistant put this in here? What the fuck? Jokes aside, I never want to hear anyone tell me there's no coordinated effort against Michael Jackson. Even a blank screen would typically score 30%. They literally ganged up to movie review bomb, with their main complaint being that he was portrayed as a human and not some demon. So people are saying whoever reviewed this negatively are just mad that he wasn't portrayed as a terrible guy. They gave us summary reviews here. Notice how none of them criticize the actual movie nor the performance of the actors. They are just mad that the allegations are excluded. Therefore, this film deserves 1 star.
Is that not crazy?
There's a sequel coming out to this. I really, really am curious.
Like, bro, first of all, you have to get to that point first. Bro, there's some moments in there I'm looking at him like, bro, as a family member, I'll kind of be spooked to kind of watch it, because it's like, bro, he look just like dude. He sound just like him. He dancing just like him. You know what I'm saying? I think they're singing too. Lil Michael and Big Mike. Bro, I'm watching clips of Lil Man practicing, doing the, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, that's tough. He doing the interviews and all that, going on the talk shows. He over here busting down the dance. I mean, getting jiggy. Like, come on, bro. Man, they did that for real, for real.
If they're gonna talk about any of that stuff in the sequel, the movie ends in 1980,
and that's his first role.
Solo bad tour, which is kind of like ending an OJ.
Might be your first role being Michael Jackson. Gang, give it up, gang. What? And he giving a Grammy on his first movie. An Oscar on his first movie, getting an Emmy on his first movie. He probably getting a BET award on his first movie too. All three of them.
Simpson biopic with him winning the Heisman Trophy. I mean, I understand the comparison. I don't think they're on OJ and MJ are on the same level in terms of the implication of them and their crime. OJ did that shit. But anyways, what can we say? Legally, we can't say anything about it. Right? The media's propaganda against Michael Jackson is shameless. Leaving Neverland is 98% on Rotten Tomatoes. The new Michael biopic is 27%. He was proven innocent, or he's proven not guilty in court. All they obsess over is the allegations. Movie that accuses Michael Jackson of being a predator without evidence and with false and misleading information versus a movie that speaks.
But damn, you see how they so fixated on trying to, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, damn.
To Michael Jackson's origins and musical legacy with respect. Draw your own conclusions. This guy's entire post has been flamed and parodied on Twitter. We've legit lost supply. I honestly have zero idea what people are looking for these days, but there needs to be a major shift in criticism. The movie I saw was well written, well directed, beautifully shot, insanely well performed, and the sound was amazing. Are we film critics or not? I saw a lot of Michael Jackson movie reviews are low because they wanted to see allegations in the film. Was wondering if you had the same energy with Elvis, where they didn't address him in meeting his wife when she was 14. People love to pick and choose people. So there's that Elvis Presley film where he was played, I think, by Austin Butler. Oh God, don't like that dude. I'm sorry. Anyways.
Oh, that's a good point. The Elvis movie, which I did mess with too, but they didn't really like emphasize. They just snuck it under there, the allegations and like the stuff that he would do. They never really put any notice to it for real, for real. Nobody said nothing. Everybody liked the Elvis movie. Isn't that something? Ain't that like, you know what I'm saying, a little bit funny? No, because I'm not surprised.
There was that Elvis Presley movie, and a lot of people were like, "Oh my lord, Elvis is glazed." They do this in all these musical biopics where the person's glazed. Oh, did you all know that he married like a 16-year-old when he was like 30?
Come on,
Y'all don't
bro.
have a problem with that? Now, there is a movie that touches on this power dynamic relationship between them called Priscilla with Kaylee Spade, my girl. I love that woman. But again, nobody ever questions Elvis. People are mentioning the hypocrisy. Why not go after Elvis, even though Elvis clearly did a thing that was sus, versus MJ, who was accused of doing a thing that was sus? Now, I want to be clear here. The controversies and the things that were alleged against him, there are levels, right? Priscilla, I don't think ever alleged that Elvis did anything to her. Obviously, the age thing was a problem, of course. Michael Jackson's allegations were far more severe. It's not the same level of
I'm literally just noticing what he has in his eyes. How are you even comfortable with that? Like, man, I should be scratching my whole face up. Word. Over here like this is Spider-Man before Spider-Man.
Of dark baggage, you know what I'm saying?
Suit before.
But regardless, there's hypocrisy there. And then, oh my god, I gotta cover this up. But Rolling Stone basically posted an article around the time this movie's popping off about a whole timeline into Michael Jackson's allegations. And people,
Rolling Stone, huh? Rolling Stone. Hey, correct me if I'm wrong, Smitty. Is this the right one we talking about? If you know what I'm talking about. Rolling Stone though, like, is that not crazy, bro? Oh my god. If you know, you know. That is.
people are like, bro, what the fuck is this? The media is trying to review bomb the film, and they are erasing Michael Jackson's legacy and taking an opportunity to do this while his movie's coming out. Now Michael Jackson's family has spoken out, and there are actually mixed things within this family too. I think they're on opposite sides. Michael Jackson's nephew Todd Jackson slams the media ahead of the Michael Jackson biopic release. Sorry, media, you don't get to control the narrative anymore of who Michael Jackson truly was. The public gets to watch this movie, and they will decide for themselves.
We know the deal. We know the real.
Can't wait until some critics have to eat crow, and yes, I will be that petty. Paris Jackson said she's not cool with this movie. She took aim at Antoine Fuqua, who directed this. He's the guy who directed Training Day, Equalizer. Like, this dude's a legend, right? She believes that he does not genuinely care about Michael Jackson's legacy.
Ever since he bought the Beatles catalog and bought Sony, they've been on his body, gang. I'm telling you, bro. That's facts. They had it out for Michael since he bought a lot of artist masters and exposed them in the industry. Yeah, bro. He was name dropping. He was that bold. He said, yeah, I'm tired of this. He said, hey, forget the award that I got. Let's talk about it. So-and-so, yeah, he's a bad person. He's a very bad dude. And something's gonna happen, but that's why I decided to we're gonna buy this and we're gonna make this move. He did that. There was a lot of things he did behind the scenes too. That was like on some boss, like on some Jay. Like, I see where Jay-Z got that from, gang. I ain't gonna lie. I see where Jay-Z got that from. He over here moving like Mike.
Primarily motivated by profit. He simply used our family name for profit to profit from the project, which is why I chose not to be involved. I also feel my family has been taken advantage of, and I hope they come to realize it before it's too late. So even the family of Michael Jackson split on this. And then we have, I believe the estate interfered with production. The original ending of Michael focused on how allegations in 1993 impacted Jackson's life. One scene saw the King of Pop staring into a mirror with a sorrowful gaze as police car lights flashed behind him. The sequence with investigators searching Neverland Ranch was among several scenes left on the cutting room floor. Lionsgate scrapped the original ending after attorneys for the Jackson estate highlighted a settlement clause which accuser Jordan Chandler that barred them being depicted in the film. Or barred him being depicted in the film. Interesting.
We need to deep dive into that. Hold on.
The original ending of Michael focused on how allegations in 1993 impacted Jackson's life. One scene saw the King of Pop staring into a mirror with a sorrowful gaze as police car lights flashed behind him. The sequence with investigators searching Neverland Ranch was among several scenes left on the cutting room floor. Lionsgate scrapped the original ending after attorneys for the Jackson estate highlighted a settlement clause.
We're saying the original ending. of the movie though. Is that like the one we just saw, or is it the next part type thing? I mean, because that would be a skip, unless, well, obviously, like the context is left out. But I think the way it ended made sense in a good way. You know what I'm saying? Because like if they ended it like this, we are all, it's almost like a celebration game, you know what I'm saying? And then you just leave this at the ending, like, nah, I don't know. That would kind of be like, damn, you just walk. It's almost like the ending of The Longest Walk. If you haven't seen it, you should go see it. Or you should see it, not go see it, because it's not in the movie theater no more. But like, you're all like, yeah, they both can get out together. Oh, this is dope ending and stuff like that. Next thing you know, the ending happens and you're like, damn, you walk out, the sky's gray, it's starting to rain, it's getting hot, you know what I'm saying? It stink outside, like birds is falling, the mood just, you know what I mean?
which accuser Jordan Chandler that barred them being depicted in the film, or barred him being depicted in the film. Interesting. For the critics who are asking why aren't any of the allegations, which is a big thing in Michael Jackson's life, ever mentioned, well, this is the answer. Legally, there were issues.
Literally, that picture is where they stopped and left off, and then that's where everything started. So I don't know. I don't understand what they don't understand. I don't get what they don't get.
Required them not to, and there was just problems with the victims who didn't want to be in the film or adapted in the
Unless
film.
there's something that I don't know and I need to watch some documentaries on what was going on beforehand. Because last time I checked, what I know, to my knowledge, that's what, you know what I'm saying?
And Michael Jackson's estate saying no. I'm assuming his family had a say in this too, right? Like, we don't want our father or our beloved family members now dead defamed in this film on the basis of allegations that were never proven to be correct. Kat Graham, she's an actress from Vampire Diaries. She played Bonnie in Vampire Diaries. She was going to be in this movie. She was cut out. She was part of the scenes that were related to the allegations that were actually removed. As per the estate.
Let's read this. I don't know if he's gonna read
So
it.
how much really got removed? Scenes that were related.
Ahead of the April 24th release of Michael Jackson film, I want to share that certain legal considerations affected a few scenes, including the ones I filmed with a credible cast. Unfortunately, those moments are no longer part of the final cut, though the team worked very hard. Very hard. They worked very hard. Team worked hard to preserve as much of the story as possible. I mean, when you're condensing stuff, it's kind of like, damn, but there is certain parts that are important that you should include. But I don't know what was in there to say that. But
To the allegations that were actually removed, as per the estate. So how much really got removed from the film? You got a couple cliff notes here about it, but there's a higher scope of this. Now, I'm saying this because I have not seen the film myself, and to be honest, I'm not going to in theaters. Musical biopics is not my thing. I'm just gonna say that out loud, guys. It's just not my.
do you think it's gonna be a musical gang? This ain't no musical. This ain't no High School Musical gang. It's just I say the behind the scenes of the music videos. It's probably like what? Spoiler. 1, 2. Probably like 2, 3 songs. But it's not like, no, I lied. Probably like 4. I remember where I walked in at. I walked in when Lil Mike was in the studio and he was dancing, and then Joe was like, I'm saying, getting on him and shit. But ain't no musical gang. You know what I'm saying? It was valid.
Cup of tea. I don't have any interest in watching this. There's nothing to do with Michael Jackson. I'm a fan of Michael Jackson's music. I'm just not a musical biopic fan. The reason I'm speaking on this video is Michael Jackson and his relation and his allegations and the relation to Epstein is a thing I've touched on this channel, and it's a big factor.
We got to do it. We got to watch
It's a big thing I talk about. I made a
I don't know. This is my first time hearing that shit. I ain't never see those pictures before.
whole
That's
video
crazy.
on it. The skin condition, Vigilo or whatever,
Briefly
that Michael
touched
Jackson
on.
had, that he allegedly had to do surgery for, or whatever. That was briefly touched on. Very briefly. The allegation.
How you gonna say all this and you ain't even watch it? At this point, all your information is invalid because you're going off of what other people are saying and not off your own. The skin condition was very much like touched on. It was hinted at least, or it was like thrown in there so you know that was like a known issue. He had a whole doctor's. You know what? We're not even gonna. Should I even? At this point, if you ain't watched the movie, and you want to watch a movie, If I say spoiler alert, cover your ears. Spoiler alert. Man, it wasn't briefly touched on. He went and got a whole no, that was for his nose. But he was looking at his hands at the appointment. There was points where you would see him looking at his hands, and they'll show his hands, and the spots and his arms and all that. And then he'll put the glove on to cover it, which made sense. Hey, that's why he wore the gloves. I didn't realize that. He had mentioned that, I think, it was like a cream or something like that he would use to blend in the spots. Hey. So what do you want him to do? Like, show him looking in the mirror all depressed because his skin is kind of like, come on, gang.
And him sleeping in rooms with the kids and all
There
that
was
stuff.
plenty of
That
things
stuff
going
is
on
not
that
even-
he had issues with.
It's not in the film at all. There's references to Neverland. There's references to him having a Peter Pan book and him being lonely. So people,
Man, at this point, they just want to jump ahead of the story and talk about stuff that happened already where they didn't even get to that point. We're going to end it there, bro, because he ain't even see the movie, so I don't know what I'm saying, get from him. You over here reading what everybody else thought, and you ain't even know what to think because you ain't watched the movie, so you can't think about what you want to think about as far as putting your thoughts together for the movie that you didn't even see. So it's done. With that being said, that's the end of this video. Make sure you comment down below your thoughts. Leave a like and hit the subscription box below. The bell to the side for Noise Squad. We is almost at 1K. That being said, we is locked in. Let's get it.